How's it going, guys? So, welcome back to the first episode on this channel, and in this series, we have started a farm here, or we inherited our grandpa's farm, and I think this is the driveway here. But, so our grandpa passed away a couple weeks ago. I lived out in northern Nebraska. We are in southern Illinois right now, and I got word that he passed away and the farm needed some tending and taken care of. So here we are, and Grandma wasn't here anymore. It was just Grandpa. So technically, this is our house. So we're just gonna park in the garage here. And this is my new truck. Just picked it up. GMC Sierra Denali 2500 L5P. So I don't really know what kind of equipment he's got, or I know where all the ground is. I just don't know what the equipment is. So I guess we'll start down here. He's got an old International 1066 Farmall. Looks pretty nice. So we got a Westfield auger here. I'd assume we're going in these bins here. I'll have to check that out. We got a John Deere 500 grain cart. I assume that'd be 500 bushel. John Deere 4440 chrome stack. That's a nice looking tractor. Good rubber. That'll be a good tractor for big shed here. This kind of looks more like a shop, kind of, maybe. Looks like we got a drill here. John Deere. I don't know what the model is on that. It says it over here, 1590. So maybe a 15-foot drill, something like that. We got a Kinsey 3200 corn planter. DMI field cultivator. It looks to be either a 26 or a 32 footer. Then we got John Deere 220 disc. That's a nice looking disc there. And here's the combine. Here's what we're going to be running today. Crops are ready as far as I know. I don't know the moisture on them or anything like that, but they look ready to me, so we're probably going to start today. But we got an 8-row corn head. Looks like an older model corn head. And then we got a 9610 Maximizer combine here. That's a nice looking combine. Let's see what else we got around the corner here. Looks like a newer model, John Deere 8310. That's got some nice rubber up there in the front and the back. That's a nice looking tractor. Got a Brent 744 wagon. That's a big wagon there. Only one of those, I think. Down here we got, looks like to be a 30-foot grain head. Yep, 930F grain head. This is a newer model grain head. Hydroflex. Got some paint missing on the reel. Paint missing on the auger there, but looks good to me. We got a pair of Parker wagons right up in here. Don't know how many bushels these things hold. Maybe 250, says there. We got here a John Deere 4240 with the chrome stack. Man, Grandpa loved his chrome stacks, I'll tell you that much. That's a nice tractor. Just this 2870 Case Traction King. Don't know much about this tractor. Looks like a high horsepower tractor. Good rubber. Grandpa's always kept good rubber on his equipment. That's nice to know. Got some, the farm could use a little bit of cleaning up. There's some old wagons here with some junk on it. Couple of crates, tires, an old Massey Ferguson. I think that's Red Lizard. Looks like a Massey Ferguson. Something there. An old Gleaner combine sitting in the weeds. If you ain't got one of those, then you're not a real farmer. A camper here sitting in the weeds. But anyway, I didn't even see this thing here sitting in this lean-to. Looks like a planter. Kinsey 3600 planter. That thing goes all the way down there. Wow. That's a big planter. Wow. You can sit in there tight, that's for sure. But Must have pulled out with the 8300 because I don't think that 4440 would. I mean, for sure ain't pulling it with that case. But anyway, we're going to get shelling some corn. I know we got a field down the road that's ready. I'm not really sure what to do. I think I'll take the combine down there and get a spot open in the field. I think this thing's ready to go. I assume so. Listen to this thing start up. I guess we'll head down the road and head to the field. Hope there's no cars coming over this bridge. Oh, we're good. And I think the field is just off to the right here. Yep, looks like it right here. Now, it looks like it's ready to me. I'm going to get out here, kind of walk around. Yeah, it's ready to harvest. This looks like some pretty decent corn we got. Big ears on her. So we're going to dig in and see what we got. Start up the separator, lower the head, and we'll dig into Grandpa's corn here. The animation on this header, I don't know if it's the header or the map or what, but the animation is just not good. You can see on the corn header, it doesn't look right. Man, I hope that's this header. Maybe we get a different header, but I don't know. Alright, so we got the nephew out here. He wanted to run a little combine. So we're going to let him go and go grab some wagon. I'm not really sure how big that field is. I don't know if we'll need the grain cart or not down there. But I'm just going to bring this 8310 and this big, what is this, a Brent wagon? Yeah, Brent wagon down there. And we'll be able to go for a while with this big wagon. So, I don't know, if I feel like we need the grain cart, I'll bring it down. Alright, so we got one pass around the field done. And got about almost 2/3 hopper up in there, so we'll dump it and then keep going. This field isn't really too big, so we don't need the grain cart down here. Heck, I'll be surprised if we even fill this wagon. I'm sure we will, but we don't need the grain cart. But man, I do not remember this combine eating corn like it does right now. It is just eating it. Not chugging down or anything. I'm sure if I had a 12-row corn head, it could handle her for sure. But I ain't got one, so we're going to have to stick to the old 8-row for now. But man, this combine is just eating this corn. Never mind, I take that back. Grandpa's corn is not yielding too hot. I'm missing a row. If you look down there in the bottom left-hand corner, you can see the yield, and it is the red. It is red, so that is not very good yields, but hopefully, I'd assume Grandpa soil tested everything and put fertilizer on everything to what it needed. I assume they did. But I'm not really 100% sure right now. But we'll for sure get to see what the soil samples are after this harvest here.
Knowing that you'll be here soon. Thank God I have you as mine. Can feel that tingle down my spine.
Okay, so I ended up getting some of this field done. I found out there's a little bit of a draw going through here with a washout kind of right through here. But that's okay. We're just going to have to lift up when we do tillage or whatever and try to figure that out. But we got a full wagon, so I'm going to take this back to the farm and then set up an auger and start dumping. Okay, well, I set the auger up and I got her running. Grain is dumping into the trough and going in the bin. I tested it at the elevator. It's 16.5%, so that's plenty good for corn. It'll sit in the bin at that, so we won't have any issues there. So I'm probably going to dump this and go finish that field and then probably call her quits for the night. Alright, Alright, so we will leave the combine there for now. Got this field finished up, no issues. Got about another full wagon. This wagon's pretty close to being full. Or actually, no, it's only like a little over half full, it says. So I guess it's not so full, but anyway, I think, let's see, we got a full wagon, that's 26,000, that's another 42,000. That's about 22 acres, so I think that stuff yielded about 170 bushel an acre. So that's pretty bad. I don't know what that ground type is or what fertilizer was all put on that, but if my math is correct, that did about 170. So that's, I mean, I'll take it. It's not bad. So we'll throw this in the bin real quick and then call it a video. And I'm really starting to like this 8200 or this 8310. It's a really nice tractor. Shifts nice and easy. Tons of visibility everywhere. Just a good looking tractor and a good driving tractor. I'm really liking this one. Whenever I helped on the farm seven or so years ago, Grandpa did not have this tractor. I think I was told this tractor is 2 years old on the farm, so this is the third year Grandpa's had this tractor, and I really like it. It's a really nice, clean tractor. But we'll pull up here and start dumping. She's a dumping. Alright, that'll do it for that. See if my math is correct. It's got about 43,000 liters of corn in there. I don't know what that is to bushels, but my guess was 42, so I was 1,000 bushels off. But anyway, we'll shut this auger tractor off and this 8310 off. I really like this International, just the way it looks. Run this auger perfectly. And we'll shut this 8310 off. And we'll call that a day. Maybe next video we'll use the grain cart. Just didn't really have a use for it out there. Small field, but anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up. And there'll be more to come, so stay tuned for more videos. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching.